I have a great 10 things list for you guys today that I can't wait for you to hear. And
Does it involve murdering our viewers?
It might actually involve some murder and mayhem. So here's my 10 things list coming up right now. Now, we all love talking about the end of the world. Sure, it sounds all fun and everything with the explosions and more, but how would you survive it? Now, I thought about it, and based off everything, and I mean everything we know, from the entire geek world, video games, comics, everything that has taught us, I have compiled an essential list for the skills you're going to need to survive. Coming in at number 10, it's going to be very simple. It's your gambling skills. Face it, you're going to have to take chances in the post-apocalyptic future, so you will need to, brush up on your gaming, gambling, all sorts of card skills. You can get ready to put on your whole best poker face so that you can survive when the hands are down in a post-apocalyptic future. Outlaws are going to rule, and the commerce system, as you know it, is going to fail. So most of the time when you need that all-important part to fix that hunk of junk Jeep that you really rely on, and the only man that has it won't let it go for less than a pretty penny, you can use any outlaw's weakness of gambling to get it from him for nothing. But then you may find yourself in a situation where you need skill number 9 to get out of there. So start practicing now. Number 9 is your gunplay skills. In Dune, it's he who holds the spice that holds the power, but in the post-apocalyptic world, it's he who holds the biggest armory holds all the power. The social safety structure you know and love right now will be demolished in the chaos after the world ends. Thugs and mutants will rule the wasteland, so your survival and those around you depend on how well you are with a gun. As in Fallout, you have to work on specific gun-toting skills. I mean, how embarrassing would it be to finally find and get a hold of a rocket launcher, only to find that the kickback when you finally need to use it knocks you right off your feet, misses the target, and totally demolishes a farm instead of that just happens to be the only food supply in Tri-County area. You need to be able to handle anything because many times you're only going to get one shot, and it better count. So find weapons now and get to practicing because, you're going to have to start at the beginning with a sharp, pointy stick, and you're going to have to slowly level up to a rock. But keep at it, and you too will be wielding massive weapons of destruction soon enough. Number 8, it's your personality skills. As in any RPG that teaches us, especially ones like Final Fantasy, you need to work on your people skills. Sure, doing the wrong thing may seem like a big old hip fun thing to do in the post-apocalyptic world. I mean, after all, everyone else is doing it, right? But, kindness is always going to get you a hefty discount in the end. Why? Because kindness is a ray of light in a world already over. So start socializing with everyone and get your best blue steel face going. Start building that all-important self-confidence now, and you won't be caught unprepared when you need charisma to boost your speech skills the most. Number 7, your career tree skills. You'll have to find your place in the New World Order. Anyone who plays games like the Old Republic can tell you the importance of finding the path that is right for you. Do you want to be a farmer, or a merchant, or a merc? Remember, the world is in chaos and your skills will determine your worth. For instance, a farmer will be in demand but is weak and needs guards. Guards are a fickle bunch needing payment for services, so the farmer may need to rely on the merchant to sell stuff to pay the guards to keep the roaming mobs off the wastelands at bay. Now, the merchant will usually always buy from the farmer, but the merc may have a harder time since his wares will be more pricey and not sell as well. But the merc can be hired by anybody. So you see, it's a simple choice that you need to put a lot of thought into. Never just jump into a class because it sounds cool. Mercs may get the glory, but the money is light. Whereas a farmer, trust me, is probably going to be pretty boring, but you're going to be rolling in the money. Plan accordingly. Number 6 is your parkour skills. This may seem odd, but you're going to have to be very fit in the post-apocalyptic world. You'll find yourself running from beasts, mobs, pirates, and more. And as in Dying Light, you may find yourself on the run and really need that skill. You never know when being able to ricochet off a wall and grab a ledge is going to be a choice between life and death. But in all honesty, all skills will require a keen sense of physical spryness. So practice, practice, practice. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself on all sorts of hot water really fast when everything goes down. Number 5 is your cooking skills. There is no place for a picky eater in the New World. Grocery stores will be no longer around, and if you're hungry, you need to kill what you want to eat. This requires some sort of cooking skills with a sense of humor like over at the Kitchen Overlord. You'll have to get very inventive with what you have around. Rat scorpions may be disgusting, but with a little rosemary and a bit of water, you can make an awesome soup. So now's the time to start being experimentative in your eating habits because you never know what you're going to have to be extreme with in the future. Number 4 is your hunting skills. You need to know how to hunt. Hunting is pretty self-explanatory and important as there are no grocery stores for you to hit up as they have no doubtly been picked dry. So you gotta know your gunplay skills so you can effectively hunt. Tip to the wise, don't try to be a show-off. A knife is the manly choice to use when fighting, but stab a wild boar and it's not gonna go down with one stab. No, it's coming for you with a vengeance. So use a real gun from a distance. One shot, one kill. Don't leave anything to chance. Number 3 is your medic skills. The wastelands are a dangerous place to wander. There are traps, rabid animals, bands of raving cannibals, and more. You're bound to get hurt at some point in time, so it's going to be important to know when to use, let's say, a green herb or Phoenix Down. But something tells me if you need the Phoenix Down, then you may want to either consider a team, or if you have a team, consider a brand new team. You're only as strong as your team, and of course, over the course of the amount of healing spells and items they may have. And for bonus points, if you want to be the life of the party and make sure you survive, be the healer of your raiding party. Others will die for you because you're the only link to survival they will have. Number 2 is your speech skills. Personality only gets you so far. You could be the nicest guy, but the biggest stick in the world taking up a good game is gonna, it's gonna be a requirement. You may have to bluff your way through something and maybe one or all the important fate-defying choices between Paragon and Renegade. We can't all have you choose your own adventure types of scenarios, but your mouth will get you in and out of so much trouble and often get you discounts if you go the Final Fantasy route and up your charisma. Save money, force people to do your bidding, or just get out of jail free. Never underestimate the importance of a golden tongue. Which leads us to number 1, your looting skills. Yes, you will not survive the end of the world if you don't know how to pick up useful items, but looting is a skill. You have to be quick and aware of your carrying limitations. Should you carry the carcasses or the jewels? The carcasses feed you, but the jewels will probably be stolen when you're attacked, or a really sneaky little gnome bastard that comes by when you're asleep in the middle of the night. Just takes them. Hunting may be important to survive, but looting is even more so. Just remember, if you loot clothes, go wash them in a river nearby. You'll thank me for it later, because some people in the post-apocalyptic world don't know how to bathe. So that's my very important list of skills you're going to need to have in the post-apocalyptic world to survive. I hope you will start practicing them now, but if something happens and you find yourself stuck, come find us. We'll be the ones with the pitchforks and the mobs, taking on all the angry, angry people of the wastelands.